if you don't do what you have in your mind, if you don't create the thing that you want to create, you're failing anyway. So in one direction, you're fucked. And then in the fear of not doing what you want to be, you're fucked. So you're fucked this way, you're fucked that way, you're fucked in fear, you're fucked not living in fear, either way, you're fucked. The thing about risk, and this, us analyzing our risk, and us analyzing what if and what if I don't, and what if I do, and what if I just don't, I want to be comfortable. I want to stay in this job for forever because, the paycheck's like freaking four bands a week, like that's good, but we oftentimes can't fathom what is on the other side of the risk, and we also don't realize that the what if of failing is pretty much inevitable. If you don't do what you have in your mind, if you don't create the thing that you want to create, you're failing anyway. So in one direction, you're fucked. And then in the fear of not doing what you want to be, you're fucked. So you're fucked this way, you're fucked that way, you're fucked in fear, you're fucked not living in fear, either way, you're fucked. If you don't take the risk, you will be fucked. You will live the same existence. You will live in the loop. You will live in the matrix of struggle, because you never tried to do what was in your mind. You shoved yourself and said, yo, get out of here. Go. I don't want to see you. I don't want to be you. You pushed yourself away. And that discovery that you pushed yourself away for so long is a regret that you're going to have to live with maybe for the rest of your life. And I know that when I got sober, and I got my first 90 days and my eyes opened up and I said, oh my God, my friends aren't really my friends. These people that I thought were the closest people to me and that I cared for so much, all we have in common is that we're just both losers. That we both just want to run away from each other. So if I'm alone, I can maybe find better friends. If I'm alone, I can maybe evolve to be so much more, and when you say, that's crazy. I was completely living a lie. Everything that I lived in was a lie. Every friend I had was a lie. Everything I told myself in which I was settling to be was a complete lie. Wow. I was living a lie. I was living as somebody I didn't even desire. That's insane. And when I had this realization that I was conforming, that I was settling, that I was pushing myself away, and I hated myself because I pushed my own self away, it was a discovery that I couldn't close my eyes again. I couldn't ever be blind. I couldn't ever be walking and know that I was going to live another day being somebody that wasn't who I was supposed to be, and it's so funny how we don't think we're strong enough. We don't think we're strong enough to be. We don't think we're strong enough to just be us, and we think that everything around us defines us. If that girl denies me, that's who I am. If I fail, that's who I am, and I still think that. I still think that the views that I get on a video actually matters. But what actually matters is that I made the action to be who I want to be. That's what matters. That's who I am. I'm the guy that gets up and does what he says he's going to do. Or at the back end of that, I'm the guy that gets up and says that he's going to do stuff and never does it. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be the guy that sits and talks in the bar about all the stories of what he used to be in high school, what he is, and how great he used to be? Or do you want to be the guy that the people are talking about in the bar? Because, low-level people talk about other people. That's all they do is talk about other people. I've been in the conversations. I've been in the bars. I've been in the club. And I've been in those smoke sessions where they're just saying, yeah, man, he's doing his thing. I want to be doing my thing. I want to find my thing. I want to find my purpose. I want to freaking do it. I want to go after it, And we don't think we're strong enough to go after it. We don't think we're strong enough to fail. We don't think we're strong enough to be and stand on our 10 toes and not need a drink, not need a drug, not need something to make us more of something. And we're almost destroying ourselves because we think that we aren't enough, and